Cyclone MMA. All right, guys, I got an interesting one for you, okay? So Zion Clark is a guy who's about to make his MMA debut. He's fighting December 17th for an event called Seasons Beatings, and it's a promotion called Gladiator Challenge. And he is an individual who has no legs, and he's a motivational speaker. He's an athlete, and he's set to make his MMA debut. And this is going to be actually super interesting. Now, when I saw this, I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of concerns because having legs in an MMA fight is pretty damn important. You know, if you don't have legs, you have no kicking game. And the more I thought about this, the more I realized this is actually a really interesting matchup. Let me explain. So first of all, he's fighting an individual called Eugene Murray. And not to pick on our boy, Eugene Murray, but he's 0-4 in the sport of MMA. I think he's been finished in all of his fights. It's either submission or knockout. Well, I'm not trying to pick on our boy here. I'm sorry. Best of luck to you. But when you think about this fight, right? I was thinking, like, if you're fighting someone with no legs, you want to probably just stay at a distance, play the kicking game. But you think about it, if someone has no legs, they are technically a grounded opponent, which means you can't knee them or kick them in the head. So that opens up some stuff, right? I don't know if they'll allow kicks to the body, but already it makes it so boxing kind of has to be in play. And then there's another thing, right? Weight classes in the sport. So you have no legs, so you're lighter. So Zion Clark weighs about 125. I think that's what the fight's it's taking place at that. It's taking place at flyweight, 125 pounds. If you look at Zion Clark, the dude is ripped. If he had legs, he'd probably weigh 180, 190 pounds. He's an athlete. He's a wrestler. He has a wrestling base. He has a Guinness Book of World Records of like running on his hands. Like, he's actually really fast. He's very strong. He has a wrestling base, and apparently he has like legit power because he's a huge dude who relies on his arms to get around. It becomes interesting. If he's able to get a takedown in this, the ground and pound could actually be really, really good. He's fighting someone who, at least upper body wise, is going to have a disadvantage. I don't know. The more and more I thought about this, the more and more I realized this is an interesting fight. And it's also like something that's like really inspiring. Imagine someone without any legs competing in the sport of MMA and getting the job done, getting some wins on his resume. It's really cool. I saw this. I wanted to talk about it. I thought it was cool. What do you guys think about it? I know there is an MMA fighter. I forget his name. His name slips my mind right now. But he has one arm and he performs. And he apparently is like pretty solid. Like, he has some submission victories. Apparently he's like a very well-rounded fighter. So Zion Clark, I wish you the best of luck. I think it's really, really interesting. And I'm curious how this pans out. I don't know how to watch it. I got to look into it. But Zion Clark versus Eugene Murray. MMA debut for Zion Clark. Interesting stuff, people. All right. That is all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe below. Peace out, y'all.